The Great Deception Revealed. Aita channeling her higher self. May of 2020. We are blessed beings indeed. Today in May of 2020, America and many countries of the world are coming out of the great isolation and sheltering in place imposed upon us by the dark forces. Yes, this whole pandemic, or as some call it, plandemic, was planned by the powers that be. We are truly in the apocalypse. Long heralded, long awaited, the apocalypse is the revelation of the corruption that is so endemic on planet Earth, and of the great deception that has been perpetrated on mankind. This Earth experience is a play of the dark and the light, the yin and the yang. Planet Earth, our human beingness, our human experience, was planned by us and for us, by spirit, by consciousness, by God. We are of God. We are a part of God. Our souls are drops of water in the ocean of God consciousness, fragments of God. We are co-creators with God. We planned this experience for ourselves, that we might grow to greater and greater heights of love and light, that we might individuate ourselves into personalities with unique preferences, talents, and abilities. We are great multidimensional spirits. We exist in several frequencies, on several levels, several dimensions. This earthly dimension is a great learning, experientially growing tool for us. Here we play at being human. Here we play with negative emotions that do not truly exist. This earthly existence is a dream. Perhaps for those who are immersed in it, one could call it a nightmare. We are living in a hologram, a computer simulation. If you like, this material world of ours is a training simulator for learning greater love. We are here to refine our heavenly strengths and values. We are here to grow ourselves in the integration of the qualities of God. We are here to sift and sort through the not preferred, or what we perceive as negative experiences, and the preferred or positive experiences. And from these encounters, we refine our knowing and living the qualities of God. Our emotions are our guide to truth and love in this planet Earth adventure. This planet Earth adventure is really very simple. We come here as babies, born into families with inherited and illogical thought systems. Their peculiar ideas about life and living are imposed upon us by our caretakers, parents, governments, religions, medical systems, education, financial institutions. All teach us our ideas of how to live life. These institutions are of the world and the ego, and not of God. This is the separation. We come here to separate ourselves from our natural, holy, true inheritance, love. In the reality of the heavenly spirit world, we can never be separate from Source, from God, from each other. God is the source energy, the infrastructure that, like electricity, informs, imbues, and energizes all of the spirit and material realm. There is nothing outside God. There is nothing outside the love that is God. We are a part, a fragment of God that is growing itself to greater love. To achieve this, we come to Earth to be entrained into negativity, to be entrained into false ideas and unloving ways of being. We come here to experience separation, duality, and great loneliness. We come here with no memory of who and what we truly are. If we remembered our great heavenly spiritual beingness, we would laugh at the trivial trials that confront us here on planet Earth. Not knowing who we are is a necessary component of our life in this world. Separation from each other is also important for our growth. Were we to be in camaraderie and communion with each other, as we are in heaven, we would be content and have no need for growth. So we are here, apparently alone and separate, lonely and longing for love. We are given ideas by our parents and culture that are basically unloving. They are the ideas that our forebears used to navigate their human experience. They are outdated. We are taught to fear, to hate, to be angry. We suffer depression, apathy, blame, shame, guilt, anger, cravings, false pride, and many, many more unpleasant and even devastating emotions. These hurtful and negative feelings come from our dysfunctional relationships. Our soul gives us these negative messages, these fearful feelings, when we behave as we have been taught, in ways that are out of alignment with love, out of alignment with our true selves. This is all as it is meant to be. The idea is that we learn from the society we are born into to behave in unloving ways. These unloving behaviors lead to unpleasant, fearful feelings and emotions. We, with no memory of our true holy beingness, sort through these emotions until we come to the realization that we do not wish to live this way. We do not wish to behave as we have been taught, to prod and poke with negative words and deeds at our brethren. So with time and repeated painful experiences, we sift and sort through the preferred behaviors that lead to happy, beneficial feelings, and the not preferred behaviors that lead to fear-filled entrapment and great unhappiness. Our job on planet Earth is to break out of the mold of the thoughts of our forebears. Our job is to realize the ideas we have been taught are not in alignment with the truth of our holy beingness. Our job is to realize that we are holy divine beings having a human experience to learn love. To learn love by navigating through the morass of negative teachings, unholy behaviors, and cruel words and deeds that permeate our planet Earth adventure. Planet Earth is a third-dimensional sphere where dark and light, fear and love interplay with each other. Here we are born as victims, taught unloving ideas and behaviors, which lead to negative reactions from others and therefore negative emotions in ourselves. And we do not realize that it is our behavior that creates our fear. We feel we are victims. If only the other people would not behave as they do, we would have no problem. It is they who say the unkind words and do the unkind deeds. We do not realize that our thoughts, words, and behavior call out their reciprocal actions. Change your thoughts and change your life. So you might say we are between a rock and a hard spot, or perhaps more eloquently, between the devil and the deep blue sea. We are taught behaviors that alienate our brethren. We practice these religiously, for they are the only way we know how to be. Not surprisingly, we get the same unpleasant result every time. We ask, why is this happening to me again? Life is so unfair. Why the 7 divorces? Why the repeated arguments? Why the addictions? It is all because of our skewed thinking. Our thinking, our beliefs about life and morality lead us to behave in unloving ways. These unloving thoughts, words, and deeds lead to unpleasant and negative, fear-filled reactions from others. It is only when we awaken to our soul's reality that our thoughts and words create our behavior, that we change that behavior. Slowly and painfully, we realize that as we think, as we believe, so we receive. What we bless blesses us. What we damn damns us and reverberates back to us in manifold ways. Now is the time of ascension. We have learnt our lessons from this earthly life. We have sifted and sorted our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. We are dismissing the false teachings and aberrant behaviors that have been taught us. We have evaluated our God-given qualities and discovered our truly loving strengths and talents. We have refined our personality. Now we have mastery over our planet Earth life. The fog of disillusionment and despair is lifting. Heaven is the home to which we are returning and which we never truly left. Great times are ahead of us. We are leaving the darkness, the deception behind. Light and love, heavenly bliss and joyful creativity are a reality now. We are all one. We now revel in our union and our loving beingness together. We are different versions of each other. Communion, camaraderie, and deep, ever-abiding happiness is our truth and our inheritance. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings indeed.